Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I just wanted to do a short video on this knife that I got in for sharpening. All of you Benchmade guys can rejoice because this video is not about a Spyderco, right? Do a lot of Spydercos on my channel, but love Benchmade too. You know, it's just a lot of it's a matter of what I get in for service through my my Apex knife service. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get to it here. So this is an interesting knife that I didn't really know about from the Benchmade lineup. This is the 760 Lfti, which I believe stands for Lum Folding Titanium. I don't know, I guess that's the best I could come up with. But this is a Bob Lum design, which is a renowned knife maker from the Oregon area, I believe. And unfortunately he's no longer with us, but from what I gather, Bob you know, was a hunter and a fisherman and just enjoyed knives and making knives, and kind of had his own style, particularly with his tanto designs. And this was a design that I guess Benchmade adopted around, I think this knife came out maybe 2012, 2013, so it's been discontinued for a little while, you know, but nonetheless it's an interesting knife that I wanted to share with you guys. So obviously titanium frame lock design. Overall this knife is about 5.3 ounces, so it's not super heavy, it's not super light. Let me show you the blade here, guys. This is about 3 3/4 inch blade length here, and obviously a tanto design, which Bob Lum designs were known for. This particular blade is in CPM M4 steel, which is a very nice steel. Really starting to like M4, and I'll you know, call it how it is. Thank you, Benchmade, for coating this M4 steel, because M4 is not stainless. You know, I don't know what you know, Spyderco thinks when they're making designs like a Bradley folder and uncoated M4. It's just asking for trouble. So Benchmade, kudos. You know, definitely agree with coating M4 steel. I think it's the way to go. You know, you get the best of everything. You get the edge retention, the toughness, and you don't have to worry about the blade rusting too much on you. So, just talk about the knife a little bit more here. So, again, M4 steel. This knife has some very sharp jimping here on top. So this is really grippy jimping. Really grips into your thumb very sharply there. So, I mean, you're not going to go anywhere if you lock your thumb in there. So it's very confidence inspiring. Slight kind of flare here towards the choil of the knife. You know, as you grab that, I mean, it's not super big. It's not super confidence inspiring if you were doing like a piercing cut or something, but I don't know, it locks in pretty good, so maybe that would work out with the sharp jimping there. So I'm just kind of talking here, guys, as I'm going. A lot of these videos are just kind of off the cuff, so I kind of usually just say what comes to my mind as I'm doing these. Again, liner lock design here. This particular model, the liner lock is smooth. From playing around with it just a little bit, the lockup is secure up and down, side by side. But I've noticed that if you kind of provide or put any kind of torque on the blade, and then you kind of go to disengage the lock, there's a ever so slightly amount of lock stick in that lock bar. And I don't know if this particular knife is just a little bit older, it's been used or whatever. You can see there the lockup is maybe about 50%, right about 50%, I think. So not bad. Let me see if I can get that in there. There you go, guys. But I don't know, it doesn't lock up quite as solidly as some frame locks that I've seen. So not bad, but just a point of conversation. Overall, though, the action on this knife is extremely smooth. Very smooth knife, buttery smooth. Really good fit and finish and design there on that part. So overall, aesthetically, this knife is kind of interesting. It you know, it's okay. It doesn't really wow me. these kind of holes here in the handle. I don't know, maybe the knife could do without that. Just kind of seems like maybe add some cost to the production of the knife, but not really any function, and aesthetically, I don't know, it's not that great either. But nonetheless, it's there, it's okay. I'll talk about the pocket clip for a second here. Pocket clip on this knife is really kind of weird, guys. I'm not really a fan of it. I don't know, they kind of stuck it over here at the top, so you're kind of stuck to a tip-down carry. And it's this really narrow, kind of thin clip that I haven't really seen on any other Benchmade before. But I think they put this clip here, guys, because it serves as a stop for the frame lock. So I don't know if you guys can see in there. It kind of keeps the frame lock bar from overextending, which they built into the clip, which is kind of cool. But, you know, at the same time, would have rather had some more options for the clip on that. But nonetheless, cool knife. Excuse me, guys, sorry. This knife was recently sent to Benchmade for their Life Sharp services not too long ago, I think, about 3-4 months ago. And the particular owner of this knife, Wes, wanted just a little better edge on this knife, so I said I'd help him out, no problem. Now, guys, something that Benchmade struggles with, and other manufacturers do as well, but it seems to be more pronounced in Benchmade, are the evenness of their bevels and grinds. So this presentation side of the knife here came, as you can see, the bevel width there. Not too bad. And if I flip this around and show you guys, let me do it this way so some light hits that edge better. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Hold on. There we go. As you can see there, the bevel on this side is quite a bit wider. So, you know, this knife was not ground very evenly from Benchmade, not even close. I ground this knife, guys, at an even 21 degrees per side, because, you know, Benchmade, what they'll do is they'll grind one side at one angle and another side at a different angle just to keep their bevels looking consistent. And honestly, I think that's just lazy and not really a good way to sharpen a knife. It hinders performance, and you know, why spend the time trying to cover up the fact that your blades are not ground evenly when, you know, you could just work on grinding your blades better to begin with. So that's something, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll see improvements on in the future, but as of now, if you guys can see the width differences here between this side and this side here. There you go. So, you know, it's not terrible. I believe Wes uses his knives primarily, and, you know, is concerned about mainly their function, so shouldn't be too much concern there for him. But just something to mention. This edge, guys, is not really my full polished edge, but it's kind of a semi-polished edge, I guess you would call it. I took this knife up to about 1,000 grit on the Edge Pro, and then I stropped it out with 1 micron diamond paste, guys. And I have to say, I'm really loving these diamond compounds. They cut fast, they polish well, and they save me a lot of time when doing knives, and they leave really nice finishes and good edges, or I'm sorry, great edges. So that's what you see here. Kind of a in-between semi-polish here on this particular knife. I think it turned out really well. So let's just show you the edge here. I will say this knife is not particularly thin behind the edge. It's a little thicker, but, you know, given that it's a Tanto design like this, kind of more of a tactical knife, you know, they're probably a little more concerned with strength than they are with ultimate edge sharpness. So I'll just do a couple cuts here for you guys, just to show the edge on this M4 steel, huh? It came out pretty good. There we go. Nice and sharp. Yep, there we go. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Just thought you would enjoy seeing this interesting knife from Benchmade. One that I didn't really know about, and maybe some of you guys didn't know about either. So, if you're interested, you might be able to still find one of these out there somewhere, maybe on a secondary market. I believe they sold for about $175 new, so don't really know if their price has gone up or down, but you know, still think they're out there if you want one. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will definitely have some more coming in the future, so stay tuned. Thanks.